Welcome to the Coralville Marriott Convention Center for the hottest ticket in Coralville on this cold January day. It's BrrrFest 2016, the 6th annual celebration of everything beer. And we're here to join 2,000 of our closest friends to sample some of Iowa and the neighboring area's finest beers. And if you don't mind, let's go do it. And here we are for the main event. We have in excess of 50 brewers here, and as I said, 2,000 people just waiting to sample all the wares. Most of the vendors are from Iowa, although we do have other vendors from Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Nebraska. So let's go try a few.
Bill Patterson, Turner Alley Brewing, southwest side of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We specialize in a Czech Village Pilsner and combining old world styles, meaning European styles, with new world ingredients, like you'll sample with our double IPA in just a minute. So our tap room opens in early March. Come out and see us, and welcome to BrrrFest.
So since you're brand new at this is obviously your first time here at BrrrFest. What do you think about it?
Great attendance thus far, just from the early VIPs, if you would, or brewmaster special, and the crowds are going to come in soon. Yeah, it's a well-organized event. Coralville does an amazing job hosting, and the Brewers Guild deserves accolades for just putting something on that's so well run.
Very good. So what do you suggest?
Double IPA.
There you go.
And then we'll move you to the stout next. Full of C hops, little Simcoe. We dry hopped it with 13 different hops. 9.2%.
And where's your brewery located?
We're on 12th and 27th Streets in the southwest side of Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Well, that's very nice. For a double IPA, it's pretty smooth.
We think it's well balanced. Thank you. Prost.
And I think I'll try a little bit of the stout.
Do you want me to dump?
Yeah.
You're gonna get fatigued if you're having every beer.
Well, I know how to pace myself. That's the trick. And this is my beer of choice during the winter.
Export stout, 7%, a lot of chocolate notes, hints of vanilla, a little bit of stone fruit, a little cherry on it.
Yeah, very nice.
It's crisp and clean. So.
Yeah, very nice.
Cheers.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Cheers. Yeah, you as well.
We have another first-time attendee here, pulpitrock, and you are?
My name is Tyler Utes. I'm with pulpitrock Brewing Company up in Decorah. Yeah, we're happy to be here. We just opened in August of 2015, making small batch handcrafted beer, varying styles, not focused on just hop bombs or malt bombs, but letting our brewers really play around with a lot of different experimental brews and having fun with it.
Well, that's great. So what types of brews do you have here today?
Today we have 4 different brews. We've got Soft Teague, which is an IPA. Soft Teague is Norwegian for juicy. We have Pulpitrock Ale, which is a...
I got to remember that one. That's...
We like to pay homage to our Norwegian heritage up there. We also have a Pulpitrock Ale, which is a cream ale. Berliner Weiss called Amateur Hour, which is nice and sour. And then at 2 o'clock, we're tapping a very special Joy of Almonds, which is an Almond Joy-inspired oatmeal milk stout infused with toasted almonds, coconut, and cacao nibs.
So sometimes you feel like a nut, and
Sometimes you drink.
there you go. Okay, so what would you suggest I try?
I'm going to pour for you our soft cheek.
Alrighty. And thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a wheat beer?
It's actually an IPA. It's more of an East Coast style, so it's nice. It's supposed to be a little hazy. Citra, Simcoe, Mosaic.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Like you said, citrusy. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, the juicy is a perfect name for it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to write that word down for me so I can.
Soft teague.
Soft tea. Stands for juicy. All right. Right? Thank you for your time.
You bet. Thank you.
Right now we're talking to, let's see, Court Avenue Brewing, and you are?
Justin Cloak. I'm the head brewer at Court Ave.
All right, and why don't you tell us a little bit about your brewery?
Actually, we were the first brewery in Des Moines, Iowa. This is our 20th year in business this year. Like I said, been a brew pub, quite a popular place. As you can see, the Caucus Pale Ale shirts that we're selling here. I developed a Caucus Pale Ale to sell. We get a lot of media candidates down to the brew pub, obviously in downtown Des Moines. So we set up a little caucus for every candidate. We have boxes, and you can come down and vote for your favorite candidate at the time. And we keep a tally on the running chalkboard that we have of which candidate's here and there.
Really? So you have a different beer for each candidate?
We don't. We just have the main caucus ale. You can just come down, like I said, make it a really approachable pale ale, kind of light-bodied, so we can get more people to drink it. But
So going by the Court Avenue poll, who wins?
as of now, Hillary is actually in the lead. However, there's a lot of, I guess, shenanigans, we'll go ahead and call it.
That's hard to believe.
Maybe there's been some tokens taken out of other candidates and put into her box. I can't really comment on that too much, but...
It's probably a lot more fun than hanging chads.
Exactly.
All right. So which beer would you suggest I try?
I would go with the caucus. It's very limited. We're actually about to run out. This is one of the last kegs that we have. All right, I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
We'll clean you up a bit. So this is about the last keg that we have. We're almost out at the brew pub, so this is good timing with it coming up Monday.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very, very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Too bad I can't throw a token in for my candidate.
That's true. I can take it back for you, though.
Okay.
I can write it down if you'd rather. Keep it quiet, put it in the pocket.
Well, I'll be caucusing for her on Monday.
You're good to go.
There you go. Thank you. So, and you're Fox Brewing, and this is your first time here at BrrrFest?
Yeah, well, it's my first time as a brewery. It's Fox Brewing's first time. I've been here myself quite a few times.
So you know what it's like here.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell us something about your brewery?
Well, it's a relatively small brewery in West Des Moines, Iowa. We're in Valley Junction, which is the historic downtown. We love the neighborhood. We're just kind of trying to make some interesting beers, and here pretty soon we're going to be getting into a lot of barrel aging.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So what beer would you suggest that I try?
You should try the Arctic Breakfast. It's a vanilla almond oatmeal brown. It's made with real vanilla beans and everything. Got a lot of almond in there, and oatmeal gives it a nice smoothness.
As long as it's nutritious, I'll try it.
Oh, absolutely. And as long as you're on camera, I'd appreciate it if you don't like it, please lie.
I think I can handle that.
All right, all right.
You can really taste the almond in there.
Yeah, yeah. It's a beer that we put on in the tap room. We thought we'd have it in the tap room for about 3, maybe 4 months, and it was gone in 3 weeks.
Very good. I can see why. It has a lot of flavor to it.
Yeah, it was from the day we put it on, the moment we put it on, until the moment it ran out. It was our top seller every single day. So.
Very good. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by.
So here we are with Jackson Street Brewery, and this is your first time here to BrrrFest?
Yes, it is our first time. So we're the newbies here, but there's probably about a dozen other breweries who are new.
Yeah. I think they went a little more this year with a lot more Iowa than.
Yes, there is a very strong Iowa presence, and if you look at the booths where there's lines, it seems like a lot of the Iowa breweries. So people in Iowa are really excited about Iowa beer.
Very good. You want to tell us something about your brewery?
Jackson Street Brewing has only been around for 6 months. We started during Ragbri, had a great opening, and there's a big learning curve. But we're still learning the ropes, and we're really excited to be one of the. I think we're the fourth or fifth biggest city in Iowa. So getting us on the map, finally having a brewery is huge, and we're happy to be part of this here in Coralville.
Well, we certainly know what it's like to have Ragbri come through, because we had that this summer also.
Yeah, it's a great way to pay the bills, for sure.
Well, you had Huey Lewis out there, right?
Yes, Huey Lewis in the News, I believe.
Come on, don't tell me. I don't like it when young people don't know groups that I knew a long time ago.
What's his favorite? What's his number one song? Because I think he played at
Heart of Rock and Roll.
Yes, he played at Saturday in the Park. I saw him live in Sioux City a year or two before, when the Ragbri started here.
It was very tempting for me to drive out to listen to him.
Yeah. But we're super excited to be part of this, and it's our first big show, and there's a great turnout tonight.
What would you suggest that I try?
Of our beers, we have Glory Days. They played a song, the live band did, for a cover band for
Springsteen.
That's one of our beers. It's a California Common. It's selling awesome for our brewery and our distribution in Sioux City. We make a Broken Toe IPA. It's the name of a mountain biking trail in Sioux City. That's an awesome beer as well.
Well, that's great. I think I'll try the Springsteen.
I'll hook you up.
All right, thank you. Well, that's excellent. Very smooth.
You better sing the song now, too.
I don't think so. Well, thank you for talking with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we're here talking with Lake Time Brewery, and you are?
Bob Rolling.
And would you like to tell us a little something about your brewery?
Yeah, we've been open 2.5 years. We're on the corner of 8th and Main in Clear Lake community, and just enjoyed brewing great beers.
Well, that's great. And what beer would you suggest I try?
Right now, the Citra Pale Ale is really hot, and then on the other side we have a Russian Imperial Stout, 10%, but a lot of flavor.
Well, if you don't mind, I only drink a little bit of it. I'll try the stout.
The stout. There's what I do.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
Oh, nice and dark.
Roasty, real malty, some Chinook hops in it. So it's one of our top sellers at the brewery.
That's a very nice stout.
Yeah.
During this time of year, this is typically what I go for, a nice stout.
Right.
Candy.
And we take it off tap during the summer. So we put a lighter summer beer on tap for our lake community.
And this is your first time at BrrrFest?
It is. We've been we weren't ready the first year. The second year we had a vacation planned, and now we made it this year.
Well, how do you like it?
It's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of people, and I think there's still people coming in.
I think so. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, well, none of my Solon friends will let me live it down if I don't come and talk to Big Grove Brewery. Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Bill Heinrich, the head brewer at Big Grove.
Chad Young, I do sales and marketing.
Okay, you want to say a little something about your brewery?
Little brewery with big ambitions, I suppose.
Yeah. We've been, this last August was our 2-year anniversary, so BrrrFest is a good way to celebrate that tradition of what we're doing and make a lot of people happy today.
And you guys have been here before, haven't you?
Yes. This is our third BrrrFest, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And have you been to other festivals around the area?
Oh, yes. We wouldn't pass up an opportunity to drink
Yeah.
on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I certainly understand that. Well, what beer would you suggest that I try?
Well, from Big Grove, I would say try the Russian Imperial Stout. We're working with a roaster out of Madison, JBC. This is their Hambella Ethiopia. It was a French press that we added directly to unaged Richard the Whale from December's Brew, I believe. So it's pretty punchy, nice blueberry grape notes from the coffee with a semi-bitter and pretty punchy Imperial Stout.
You guys are starting to sound like wine growers. So.
We should talk to the coffee guys. They're pretty serious.
All right. So can I have a little taste of it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your camera guys get glasses today?
They've been complaining about the cameras being too heavy, so.
You don't want to add have the added weight of the glass with the heavy camera.
The microphone is very light. All right. And
that is a bridge too far.
and as far as full disclosure, I have had this beer before.
So this variant we haven't done before. We've only done one keg, and it's this one, and it's for BrrrFest.
That's very nice.
Yeah. So
This is the base to our Richard the Whale. It goes into bourbon barrels for it'll sit there about 6 to 9 months, depending on when Bill's ready to release it. So yeah, it'll kind of take in all those charred oak notes eventually, and then we'll do a couple variants to it. So in August will be our big release at the brewery.
That's very nice. Thank you very much.
thank you. I do have our we have the Imperial coffee.
Hi there. We're talking with Reclaimed Rails Brewing Company, another first-timer here at BrrrFest.
Yeah, we're new. It's not my first time, but we're new. I was with a different brewery last year.
And your name is?
I'm Dave Coy.
And you want to tell me a little something about the brewery?
Well, we've been open for about 5 weeks. Raccoon River Brewing Company closed last year, and we actually moved the brewery out to Bondurant, Iowa, and just in the last 5 weeks, so we've got everything opened back up.
What's the story behind the name?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but the building owners had planned to do like a West End salvage renovation furniture type of thing in the building, and they were going to call it Reclaimed on Main. And we came in thinking the building would make a great brewery. Two visions kind of came together. Reclaimed rails are also about where all the bicycle paths are being built on old rails, and the bicyclists really embrace breweries a lot. So it's really two visions came together. Reclaim on Main, our idea for the brewery, and we had reclaimed rails.
All right, very good. And what do you suggest that I try?
I got a really nice Imperial Stout that I'm doing a special pouring on right now.
Why don't we try that?
Looked like you like stouts.
It's that time of year.
Oh, we got the last can.
That's a very appropriate size can.
It's our growler solution. So this is what we do for to-go sales at the brewery. It's actually the lid is separate. You fill it up from the tap just like a normal growler. Set the lid on it, then we have a seaming machine right behind the bar. Be able to give it a factory seal, send it out the door as a sealed can.
Well, that's great.
Bee's knees, man.
Pretty smooth. That's what I like to taste this time of year. There seems to be a little bit of an edge to it.
There's a little bit of like dark chocolate, roasty character, and some coffee. It's a rich, complex beer.
Yeah, it certainly is. When I first tasted it, it tastes like a regular stout, but then after a little bit, you can taste the extra in it.
Great, yeah, it's about 9.2% ABV.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're here with Back Pocket Brewing, one of the sponsors of BrrrFest, and quickly becoming an institution in Coralville.
It is, and we just announced today our pilot brew pub is opening in Cedar Rapids as well. So we're super excited. We're all dressed like pilots, and we're here to have a good time and pour some good beer. So.
And your name is?
It's Ashlyn.
Okay, and can you just tell us a little bit about Back Pocket?
So Back Pocket, it's just a few years old. We just announced, I'll tell you about some of our new beers. We just did a brand new red IPA that we just put in bottles for the first time, and that's a Blood on the Blade. And then we have a really outstanding coffee stout that we put out last year, and that's been improved, and that's really outstanding as well. And then please come visit our new brew pub in Cedar Rapids as well. So that'll be open. We just announced it today. So.
And what do you suggest I should try?
I suggest you should try the red IPA, the Blood on the Blade. It's it's like an amber. It's really outstanding. It comes in more of like an amber, and then the after notes are kind of like more like a hoppier IPA. So I'd recommend that. Yeah, definitely.
Nice and red. Well, that's pretty refreshing.
Awesome. I'm glad you
Because I've been drinking stouts mostly.
Okay, solid. I had some good stouts too. I had a really awesome raspberry stout, which I didn't even think I'd like, but I absolutely loved it. So.
That's great. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Take care.
We're here with Tall Grass Brewery, and you're out of Manhattan, Kansas.
Yep, Manhattan, Kansas here.
And that's kind of near and dear to my heart because my daughter graduated from Kansas State.
Got the Wildcats there, yeah.
And I remember driving back from Topeka, back to Denver, and they had to stop and pick up some Tall Grass.
Of course. What's your favorite one?
Probably the 8-bit.
8-bit, always a good pale ale.
And your name is?
I'm Allie.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about Tall Grass?
Well, Tallgrass is just a good Midwestern brewery. They have a lot of specialties. Buffalo Sweat has been a really good milk stout everyone's loved. Today we even have a chocolate almond spiced one here. It's just kind of your local Midwestern brewery, really starting to grow and spread out, and I think it's going to go big places.
Well, that's great. I wonder if you could give me a little taste of the special tap. Thank you. Smooth drink has a lot of flavor to it.
I think it's great. It's probably my favorite of today.
And I don't know, I think I probably would have asked for the Buffalo Sweat if I'd known it was actually here.
That is, we have the vanilla bean, we have the chocolate almond spice, but not the regular today, although I'd say that is one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And we're here with Front Street Brewery, and this is your first time at BrrrFest, isn't it?
It is, first time here.
All right, and your name is?
Matthew Weldon.
And you want to tell us a little something about your brewery?
It's the oldest brew pub in Iowa. Started back in 1992 by Steve Zeidema.
1992, come on.
1992.
Oldest, right?
Oldest brew pub, yes, in Iowa.
I think I have socks about that old.
Well, I would have been 2 years old at that time, so.
Okay, and what beer do you suggest I try?
I would go with the Raging River IPA. It's probably our most popular beer.
All right, I'll do that.
Here you are.
All right.
Most popular IPA we have. We started distributing that throughout the Quad Cities, a little bit in Cedar Rapids, and we're looking to expand a little bit more.
Well, that's very nice. It's not really overbearing as far as the hops go, nice and crisp.
Yeah.
It's a good beer. It's a good summer beer.
Yeah. We sell a lot of it during the summer, especially at our tap room, which is right down on the river there. If you're ever in Davenport and go to a River Bandits game or something like that, we're right down there next to the farmers market. So.
All right, good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
What do you want to try? All right, I'll tell you what we have. We have Pizza Timer, it's a German Polish style, or we have Patty's, that's a Korean ale. So they're both really.
We're talking to Greentree Brewery out of LeClaire, Iowa, and your name is?
Rich Day.
And would you like to tell us something about your brewery?
Well, we just opened in August. We've got lots of people here that have heard about our beer, and I don't know how this many people have heard about our beer, but it's really going, and we're really excited. It's just a fun time.
Well, that's good. Which one of your beers would you suggest I try?
I personally like the Hop Along Casually. It's my favorite, but
that's a great name.
Yeah, my wife likes the Mintry Night, and so yeah, it's just what everybody likes. But I just love the Hop Along Casually.
I'll try the Hop Along.
Sure.
Thank you.
Nice heavy malt base and a real aromatic Cascade hops. So it's not a really bitey, tongue combing IPA.
That's nice. It's pretty crisp.
Yes, no, I think it doesn't have such a dry aftertaste.
Right, it's something that you could have a few on the patio during the summer.
Yes, it's a little too high alcohol for it to be a session IPA, but I drink it like a session IPA.
A man after my own heart.
Thank you very much.
We're Coralville, and we're talking here with Reunion Brewery, and that's the new one on the strip.
Yep. We're 2 months into production, and everything's going great, yeah.
Haven't come by yet, but I'm sure I will.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I mean, we're right down the road, so swing by after this.
And your name is?
Logan.
Okay. And you want to just tell me something briefly about your brewery or the history of it?
So we just opened production. We're a brew pub. We've got a full kitchen, delicious food to pair with all our beer. We're doing a good mix of lagers and ales, lighter stuff, so heavier stuff, hoppy stuff, so something for everybody. Hopefully when they come on in, they can find something they like.
Good, very good. What would you suggest I try?
What do you like? What are you in the mood for?
Well, it's winter.
Wintertime?
So we're talking a porter stout.
Got a really nice German Dunkel on right now. Later we'll be pouring our coffee stout, which is nice and toasty, roasty, so that's good to warm up to.
I'll come back later for that. I'll
Awesome.
try right now your Dunkel.
Dunkel, yeah, totally. Our Dunkel's made with all German malts, so everything's coming out of Bamberg from Weyermann. Lots of Munich malt, a little bit of Carafa too, just for color and a little bit of roast, but
sure,
nice and clean, malty, bready, a little bit of cocoa at the end. Good clean lager ferment on it.
Yeah, I can see the clean part. That's very good. Very good. Well, thank you very much.
How'd you like it? Yeah, cheers. See you guys around.
Let's go next door. All right, and we're here talking right now with Iowa City Brew Lab. That sounds very scientific.
Yeah, well, I'm a biochemistry major, and my dad's was a software engineer, and we're both very interested in fermentation science.
And your name is?
Nathan Letcher, and my father, Drew, he's the owner of Iowa City Brew Lab.
And you would just want to tell us something about Iowa City Brew Lab?
Yeah, we've been making our own beer for about 2 months now. We're located downtown Iowa City next to the New Pioneer Co-op. We have 5 of our own beers on draft right now, and we're always experimenting, always brewing new styles of beer.
Coincidentally, I didn't know that you guys had opened until this past Wednesday when I got a haircut, and my barber told me about it. So it's
Thompson and Company?
But no, I go to Hawkeye Barbers.
Okay.
So we learned there. So which beer would you suggest I try?
We have our Session X Pale Ale. It's all Citra hops, and our Bavarian Hefeweizen.
I'll try the Pale Ale.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very nice. It's not an overbearing IPA.
Yeah, it's very hoppy, but it's not bitter. We use hops at various stages in the process to give it a nice rounded hop character without being too bitter, so it's still sessionable.
Sure. And I'll look forward to stopping by sometime in the near future, probably during the summer, to have quite a few of these.
Yeah. In the summer we'll have some lagers and some more Hefeweizen type beers, light, easy drinking.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Cephalic.
And is this the first time you've been to BrrrFest?
My 3rd time.
You're a pro then.
Something like that, yeah.
We noticed that you have what is considered haute couture for BrrrFest, and that is the pretzel necklaces.
Sure.
Did you get these from the girls outside?
We actually, one of the families in our group makes them. So we got a couple of kids that are real involved, and they've made these for us the last couple of years. So.
Oh, well, that's great. Do you go to other festivals around?
Not in Iowa.
How does this compare?
This is the best one I've been to yet.
Well, that's always good to hear. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
My name is Nick Batra.
And you're from the area?
Yeah, yep. I live here in Iowa City.
Well, that's good. Is this your first time at BrrrFest?
Yes, it is.
What do you think?
I love it so far.
Have you ever been to anything like this before?
I don't think organized quite this well, no.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
We're probably in the back of the line.
And your name is?
Rhiannon.
RJ.
And are you from the area?
Yeah, Wellman.
This is your first time at BrrrFest?
Nope. All 5 years in a row.
All right.
Fucking cheers. Popped his cherry.
So do you come here just so you can completely stock yourself up with glasses for the year?
No, I come here for all the beer because I'm a beer connoisseur.
Do you go to other festivals in the Midwest?
Yeah.
Which ones have you gone to?
John's, downtown Iowa City. Is what it is. We love good beer.
And just what do you think about this one?
BrrrFest is always a good fucking time. It's always good. You gotta yeah, cut out every time.
Yeah, that's good. We can beat. Yeah, thank you very much.
Bourbon County is being released at 2:30. I missed it again. About 18 minutes.
And your name is?
Chanel. I'm Kendra.
And is this your first time to BrrrFest?
This is my third time. This is my second time.
Wow.
And this
how's it going?
And your name is?
I'm Jeremy Hansen. How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm with this lady.
And you enjoy it?
Oh yeah. Yes. Very much.
So good.
Vuvuzelas. I hate that.
Beer.
They actually introduced BrrrFest to me last year, so this is my second year coming here because of the great time I had with these lovely people last year.
And I take it you're going to come next year?
Oh, duh.
Every year. It's a fun time. Get to try out all the beers, so.
All right. We love Iowa beer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We've just picked somebody completely at random.
Okay.
And you are?
Josh Schamberger.
And what do you do?
I am a volunteer here for BrrrFest, and the day job I run the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
So, actually, a lot of this is your fault.
Maybe some of it, but it's a lot of fun.
What do you think about BrrrFest?
I think it's probably the coolest fundraiser we've ever come up with to support, the Fourth Fest and fireworks and those sort of things. And we got a couple of awesome people, and Lynn Snyder, Paula Bakey, yourself, that put on an awesome event, as evidence. Sells out. What more can you ask for?
Absolutely. I just keep wondering, can it ever get bigger?
If we could somehow expand this conference center, it could sure get bigger. But I think we're at capacity, according to the fire marshal.
Well, I guess you got to listen to somebody.
Yes, there is some authority out there, believe it or not.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
You bet. Thank you.
And we found another volunteer chosen at random. And your name is?
Pat Wells.
And have you volunteered at BrrrFest before?
I have sold the t-shirts before. This time I got to check in the breweries, and that was really fun this morning, meeting them all.
It was good. I could see you cracking the whip and keeping them in line, so that was
Yeah, they were really hard. Very, very nice people. Real fun event.
Well, I think that's always what's good about Coralville events is that there's no shortage of volunteers and people that want to help.
Right, absolutely. In fact, I think we had more volunteers than we even needed, but they just kept coming and switching, and it's really fun, really fun.
Well, once again, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And we find another volunteer for BrrrFest, and your name is?
Cheyenne Steele.
Okay. And is this the first time you volunteered?
Yes, it is.
And you can do it again?
Yeah.
So you're from Coralville?
I'm from Solon.
Oh, all right. So we get foreigners that come in.
Oh, what can I say? It's like gnats to a flame.
Well, we stopped by Big Grove back there and talked to them.
Okay, that's nice company, yes.
Right. And so, being not a Coralville person, what do you think about volunteering for Coralville events?
Oh, I think it's a great way to enhance the community. Yes, it's hands down, this is one of the best events I've been part of. You're providing for the Coralville Fourth Fest, and you're providing for the Iowa Brewers Guild. This is the closest thing you can get to a nonprofit for a beer sampling event. Any of these other ones you see around are just, they're for profit.
So I assume now that you're going to steal this and take it back to Solon?
No, absolutely not. No. I'm pretty loyal to this.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Digging for a lousy time, yeah. If I hit above the low, it's cover everything that's up. Oh, I don't care what you do. I wouldn't want to be like you.
And picking another volunteer completely at random. Your name is?
Paula Bakey.
And this woman is the grande dame of all events that actually serve alcohol in Coralville.
And amazing, I see you at every one of them too.
Yeah, well, it happens. It happens. You want to tell us a little about the event here?
BrrrFest, well, this is our 5th annual event. It started out 5 years ago, or 4 years ago actually, as a fundraiser. Jake Simmons from Back Pocket came up with this idea that nothing's happening in winter and nobody celebrates winter beer, and that's kind of how it evolved. And he approached the city of Coralville and said, we'll help run it. We will help run it, but we have to, let's make sure that our volunteers, if we get part of the portions, go to the Coralville Fourth Fest Committee, which is also everything about Coralville Fourth Fest is totally sponsorships, fundraising. It's been our biggest fundraising effort, and so it's a lot of fun here. All the proceeds are helping the Iowa Craft Brewers Guild and the Coralville Fourth Fest.
Paula runs Fourth Fest too, by the way.
Oh yeah, that too.
And as far as, and I've known her for a long time, and the only bad thing about her is that she is a Cubs fan.
And he's a Pirates fan. There's nobody else in this town that cares. Because your son moved away.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
And that includes our presentation of BrrrFest 2016 on a beautiful day. Well, beautiful. Well, who am I kidding? It's January. It's Iowa, but it's still a beautiful day anyhow. And remember, BrrrFest 2017 will be again next year. Tickets going on sale probably Black Friday again, and it is limited to the first 2,000 people. Thank you very much.
If I had a mind to, I wouldn't want to think like you. And if I had time to, I wouldn't want to talk to you. Oh,